It is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, we are going to be ranking the top 10 centers right now in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Now, just throwing it out there that this is my list and my list only. So if I leave somebody off the list, like I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but just might be the way it is. Okay, I'm probably forgetting some people throughout the list, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But I'm trying to give you guys the most accurate top 10 that I specifically can. Now, before we dive into that, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, make sure to smash that subscribe button as we're on the road to 90,000 subscribers. We're gonna start it off here at number 10 with a guy that I think was overrated when he first came out, but now it's getting to the point where Wang is underrated in my opinion. 7 feet tall, 7'4" wingspan. The underrated part about Wang is his shooting ability. Okay, that's the underrated part about him. The overrated part is, like, you know, he doesn't have badges, right? He only has 30 base badges, lacks some shooting badges, lacks some playmaker badges, lacks some defensive badges. Defensively, still very incomplete. He'll probably see a good card at some point this 2K, but the thing is, it's just not now, right? It's just not now for Wang, and still comes in at number 10 on my list, but I can't put him any higher. Coming in at number 9, you guys might think it's a little low, is Pink Diamond DeAndre Ayton. If you can't get the Wilt Chamberlains of the world, DeAndre Ayton is a great option to run for just that off-brand type of Wilt, right? Defensively, not going to be nearly quite as good, but offensively, I mean, shooting-wise, going to be better than Wilt. That's the one thing he is going to be able to do better than Wilt Chamberlain, because he's a way better release, is shoot the ball. I've used DeAndre Ayton quite a bit, and I've competed really, really well with this card. 9, again, might be a little low. You guys might think he deserves to be even higher, and I'm all ears if you guys think that. But my thing is this: is he really good enough to be in that top 5? That's where I'd, cut it off. If you want to put him at 7, 6, I'm okay with that. Top 5, I just don't think you can make the case. Coming in at number 8 for me is Pink Diamond Hakeem Olajuwon. Again, you guys might think that DeAndre Ayton is better than Hakeem, and I'm open to listening to that, but what I would say is Hakeem, I feel like all around is still that just slightly better than DeAndre Ayton. If you go in here and compare the cards, here's the big difference, guys. It's the speed. It's the speed, the defense that just does it for me with Hakeem Olajuwon. Post moves, I don't really care about, but the speed and defense of Hakeem Olajuwon put him that next level above a guy like DeAndre Ayton, in my opinion. Shooting wise, I'll never be good at shooting with Hakeem Olajuwon. There's no doubt about it, right? I mean, 83 3-ball definitely is solid, but his release sells the card. We could see a Hakeem at any time. A dark matter Hakeem at any time is due to come. Same thing for the next guy on my list, who is David Robinson. Look, we've got both these cards in November. We have not seen a David Robinson for December, January, most of February. It's going on 3 months. We deserve a new D-Rob, and when that happens, we're looking at probably the best center in the game. Right now, I mean, D-Rob is really solid still to this day. The fact that he came out nearly 3 months ago and is still at number 7 to me should say a lot about the card. Can shoot the ball well, plays great interior defense. Think this card, still longevity-wise, you could make the case like he's up there for being one of the best. Rebounding-wise, obviously vertical-wise, could use a little bit of an improvement. But outside of that, David Robinson is a really complete center in my team. This is a card I had no idea where to put. Just being 100% honest with you guys. I had no clue where to put Nikola Jokic. You could have had him at number 3, I think. You could have him at number 10, in my opinion. I have no idea where to put the card. I'm putting him here at number 6 off the strength of this. He's got 55 base badges. He's an all-around complete center, and he's not terrible on the defensive end of the court. I think he's underrated on the defensive end of the court. You give him Monty Williams, you're looking at a 93 interior, 94 speed, 99 defensive rebounder. I mean, the dude can do it all. The problem is he doesn't have any Hall of Fame defensive badges. You give him some of these Hall of Fame defensive badges, you might be looking at a top 3 center in the game. That is my thoughts on Jokic. Release, I know it says set shot 18, but his upper saves it, because it is the Jokic upper that does save it. Fundamental dribble style is not that horrible. Obviously, ball handle not where it needs to be. Jokic, again, I have no idea where to put him. I really don't. I'm putting him in out here at number 6 because I think that's the most fair spot for the card. Number 5 is Joel Embiid. I think my top 5 is the elite of the elite. Joel Embiid, you guys can make the argument he's the best center in the game. You guys could have these top 5 in any order. There's no saying that Joel Embiid won't play in 250K for me. I'm going to lab some cards, see what some cards do for me. There's no saying this card's not going to play in 250K. 88 3 ball, 85 driving dunk, 95 starting dunk, can handle the ball, 85 speed, 86 lateral quickness. You give him Monty Williams. Now you're looking at a 90 speed, 99 interior, 85 perimeter, 99 defensive rebounder, vertical to 90 defensively, so complete. Joel Embiid's one of those cards. He might move up in the ranks for me. Just looking at the card, there's no reason he should be at number 5. Because, I mean, objectively, jump shot 47 is a good release. Great tendencies. You might see Joel Embiid get moved up very, very soon. Right now, at this specific moment, I have Big Cat ahead of Joel Embiid. Part of the reason is because he has power forward eligibility, and I love Cat at power forward. The other part is, I mean, you can make the case he does everything just as good as Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid obviously has a better player build. Joel Embiid obviously is a little bit taller. But, I mean, you guys can go back and forth on who is better between Joel Embiid and Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, it is close. Cat's a little better of a playmaker, a little worse at literally everything else, a little better at shooting. I prefer Joel Embiid's release. Cat's badges might have that little bit better. It's so close between the two cards. I'm going Cat over Joel Embiid because he can play power forward. I like his... I will say this. His release is easy to green. It is kind of baited, though. But Cat, Joel Embiid, both top 5 centers in my team. And I think that's something that everybody watching this video can agree on. Top 3, you guys can hate me if you want. I'm going Yao Ming. If you're on next gen, Yao Ming's a top 2 center. I don't know where you're going to put him, but if you're on next gen, a badged out Yao Ming is a top 2 center. Problem with the card is if you don't have Monty Williams, you're looking at a really slow center. Once you have Monty, 73 speed's not bad. You get a coach on that, it's 77. You can deal with that, okay? Other than that, I mean, he doesn't do that much for you. I mean, he doesn't. You know, Yao Ming is going to be on the court for one reason and one reason only, and that is because he is an absolute cheese ball. Set shot 8 is not bad. Defensively, he's 7'6", which is just absolutely massive. Defensively, has everything you basically need for the card. He's just an all-around decent big in my team. That's all I can really say. He might be your favorite center. You might not be able to stand Yao. He's one of those 2 options. For me, I love Yao on next gen. I think he, prevents people from switching screens, stuff like that. Current gen, I don't hate the card, but I like to press, and it definitely hurts running Yao Ming. I have Mir at number 3, but if you want to put him in number 1, I'm not going to be the one to argue with you. Coming in number 2 for me might be a surprise to you guys. I'm plugging in Wilt Chamberlain. Again, I'm adding Monty Williams to everybody so you guys can see. Here's what Wilt gives you over Yao. Speed. Yao is a better shooter with a better release, but the speed of Wilt Chamberlain is just that little bit better. That speed with these badges, look, man, Wilt just makes such an impact on the game. The problem is, shooting-wise, I'm inconsistent with Wilt Chamberlain. You can't leave him wide open because with the badges like catch and shoot, sniper, you can't leave him wide open because he can knock down shots. But the problem with Wilt Chamberlain is his release is really, really baited. That's the big problem with Wilt. Tendency-wise, very solid defensively, probably the best defensive center in the game. Just struggles shooting-wise with that 69 3-ball. Coming in at number 1, right now for me, is Pink Diamond Kristaps Porzingis. Might not be a very common choice, but I want you guys to listen, and I want you guys to hear me out. 93 3-ball with probably the best release out of everybody on this list, okay? 85 speed, you give that a shoe, you're looking at 89. It's just fine, okay? A 90 vertical or 90 interior, yes, you might think that's a little low again with the shoe. You're looking at 94. It's fine. 95 defensive rebounding is fine. 89 block is fine. 75 lateral quickness, not great. You give it a shoe, it is just fine. So if you give him a speed, vertical, strength, interior, maybe lateral quickness shoe, you're gonna be just fine with KP. The big deal for him: no quick first step, no clips, no chase down artists. Yes, those are things that matters. But does the shooting the ball not matter anymore? I mean, people just don't seem to talk about KP and his ability to stretch the court, shoot the ball at the center position with him being 7'3". I feel like he is literally, his nickname is the Unicorn, and I feel like he is, like, he can do it all, man. He can do it all. He has fundamental dribble style, so later on in the year, we're going to see an even better KP. Don't be surprised if we don't get like a Kareem or a D-Rob or any Hakeem. Don't be surprised if KP plays in 250K for me as my starting center. I love his ability to stretch the floor on both current and next gen. That's gonna wrap it up for my top centers and top 10 centers in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. If you didn't see your favorite player on this list, let me know down below in the comments who I missed out on, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys and have a blessed day.